Good evening, fellow bandsters and YouTube world out there. This is JBand22, or Jason, checking in for week 4 post-op. Going to give you a few updates on my most recent appointments, status of where I'm at in the process, and also how my wife is doing after surgery that she had last week. So I'll start off with how my wife is doing, and then I'll go into my stuff. My wife had surgery a week ago today, so it's been 7 days, and she's doing really well. She's up moving around. She's not dealing with any real discomfort or pain anymore. She did have some pretty bad pain from the gases within the body, and they just basically told her to walk it out. She did put some hot compresses and obviously some pain medication, and that kept it pretty much under control, but she's been doing great. She's not able to lift up our son yet. Our son's 20 months old and about 27 pounds, and she can't really lift him yet. She's done some light lifting, but they basically said for the first 4 weeks, and I'm sure she'll be doing it a little bit sooner than that, but only 7 days in, she's still taking it pretty easy. So on the weight side of things, she's down a total of 14 overall. She had lost 7 prior to surgery, and in 7 days post-surgery, she's down another 7 pounds. So she's on a strict liquid diet only. She's been having just soup broth, protein shakes, yogurt has been the one thing with the biggest consistency that she's had, and she's had very little of that. So she's doing fantastic. So yay for my wife. She's well on the road to a new life, and hopefully within the next few weeks I'll be able to join her. So on me, so this week up a little bit in weight. Last week I weighed in at 318. This week I weighed in at a little over 320, about 320.4 I think it was. So like I said, I've been semi-watching what I'm eating. Last week hasn't been really great with my mom being in town to help us out while my wife had her surgery. So I'm basically going to try to keep it below 320 until the surgery date, and that will be down a little over 10 pounds at the heaviest within the last month. So I've also decided that I'm just going strictly 100% with my home scale. I'm going to be weighing on that one for the rest of my life, or at least way more often than I am going to be at the doctor's scale. So obviously I'm going to be weighing in for checkups and appointments there, but for anything that I report for here on YouTube or via any other blog or video, it's going to be strictly based off of our home scale. And like I said, that's what weighed me at 318 last week and 320 this week. I had my last appointment, pre-op appointment this week, which was with the nurse. Went over all of my all the blood tests and everything that we had taken. I had taken before, body composition, all of that. She said everything looked great. She said the only things that were a little bit low was my vitamin D level was very low, and being in the Pacific Northwest, here in the United States, we don't get a lot of sun, so having a lower vitamin D count is normal, but mine was really low. So she has me on 50,000 milligrams once a week. So it's a 3-month prescription, but it's only 12 pills, so once a week I'll be taking 1 pill, and then once I get my vitamin D levels back up, she'll switch to a vitamin D supplement of once a day, or 3 times a day, of about 3,000 milligrams each, or 1,000 milligrams each for 3,000 total in the day. She also put me on a B100, B complex vitamin, and a multivitamin. So those were the 3 things that she asked me to take on the B100 and the multivitamin on a daily basis, and the vitamin D on a weekly basis. Other than that, everything checked out great. Cholesterol levels were fine, well within range, good, bad, all that. The heart rate, blood rate, everything was great. Pulse was great. So she said I was a very good candidate for the surgery. They had messed up on my body composition from before, and instead of putting me at 5 feet 9 inches tall, they put me at 59 inches, which shot my BMI off the charts. So they all fixed all that this last meeting, or this last appointment, and all that's been put back into check. So that was all good. I also got the results from my sleep study. The doctor called earlier this week and had gone over the results. And what I was fearing was, I knew I had sleep apnea, but what I was fearing was that they didn't get a good enough record and I'd have to go back for a second sleep study, which would just delay the surgery. I do not have to go back for a second sleep study, but the sleep doctor said that I had one of the most severe cases of sleep apnea that he's ever diagnosed. When I was taking the sleep study, they had said that basically any episodes, as they call them, over 70 an hour, would warrant them putting the CPAP machine on. He said they would normally come in about 3 o'clock in the morning and switch to the CPAP if I was averaging over 70 episodes. And by episodes, I mean periods of non-breathing, basically, that I'm not breathing enough. And they came in after I was asleep for about 3 hours to put it on, and they had gotten plenty of, he says, you definitely have sleep apnea. This is what the tech said, and put the CPAP machine on me. So the doctor said that is true. Anything over 70 is what warrants a CPAP machine, and I was averaging 99 episodes of non-breathing an hour, which clearly diagnosed sleep apnea. So it's fantastic. So he put in a prescription this week for the CPAP machine. One other kind of, I guess, dangerous thing that came from the sleep apnea deals, he said that, or from the sleep study, that my oxygen level dipped. And I guess a good oxygen saturation level is in the 90s, anywhere between 90 and 95, somewhere in there. And mine dipped below 70 a few times during the night, and maintained a level between 70 and 80, which he says is far too low. So along with the CPAP machine, they're also going to be ordering me an oxygen tank to be pumping through 1 liter of oxygen during the night while I sleep. So hopefully with the vitamins and the CPAP machine, I'm going to be feeling a lot more rested in the morning and really be able to face the day. It's not that I feel exhausted in the morning now. I feel that I'm a morning person. I'm up every morning about 5:30. My son gets up about 6, and I usually take him, give him his bottle, and watch a little TV before my wife gets up, and then I get ready for work. So, but I'm usually exhausted by early afternoon. So hopefully with the losing of the weight, when I do have the surgery, and obviously all these extra vitamins and better night's sleep, hopefully that's going to help. So the only other real update I have tonight is that I'm done with my pre-op meetings, pre-op appointments. None of them have asked me to come back for a follow-up prior to the surgery, so now it's just kind of the waiting game. They have all my information. I've got to wait to meet with the surgeon, and then after the surgeon, you wait for the insurance to clear, and then I have my pre-op welcome meeting or pre-surgery welcome meeting, and then the surgery. So being today August 4th, I'm hoping that within the next, say, 10 days I can meet with the surgeon, which would put it about August 14th, 15th, and then hopefully within 2 weeks after that I can have the surgery, which would put it close to the end of the month. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that by the end of August I will be part of the banded world with everybody else out there. So that's all I've got tonight. Been kind of a busy week. I've got a business trip coming up in Salt Lake City, Utah next week that I won't be returning to until Wednesday evening. So I probably won't be giving an update until Thursday at the earliest for next week. But of course, if any big happenings occur, I will definitely pop on and let you know. So glad to see Jeremy the Germ back in action. Glad to see you back on your feet again. Horrible what you went through, but glad to see that smile on your face and everything going well out there. So everyone else, take care. Hope you all had a good week last week and have a better week this week upcoming. And I'll see you in 7 days. Take care, YouTube and Bandsters. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.